Hey guys, welcome back to Millennial Money Honey. It is Katie here, and it is the last video of 2021. We did it. I am today going to be taking a look back at my 2021 goals and seeing what I accomplished, what I didn't accomplish, and also setting up my goals for 2022. There are usually, I feel like, two camps of people who either don't like to share their goals until they've actually had them come to fruition, or there's people like me who are like, tell everybody your goals and share it with the world. And you guys know how I am. I literally overshare probably everything, share my journey to financial independence and early retirement, actually pursue it themselves. I personally am the believer that it doesn't need to be like a closely held secret. I hope you guys are inspired to set your own goals for the new year. Personally, some people think the new year is overrated. I absolutely love New Year's, new goals, goal setting, and being able to look back and see the progress that I've made over the course of the year. So with that being said, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. It's been such an exciting year and I'm excited to see where it grows in 2022. So be sure to join along for the adventure. And if you too are looking to become financially independent and retire early, you don't want to miss out on these videos. So with that being said, let's talk money, honey. And I wanted to restart by recapping my 2021 money resolutions and where I've tracked on those goals. So let's get started. Can I just say, wow, my hair. Can you look at that? Like my hair, it's literally like doubled in length. But I do like that little blunt lob. I don't know, maybe I'll have to hack it off in 2022. So my first goal of 2021 is to extend my current design contract. I'm so happy with my team and the work that we're doing, and it's just really fun. Okay, well, good news is I did extend my contract. I've been in my contract for all of 2021, and it will actually end next February, and I won't be able to renew it and extend it again because they have a 2-year limit. And after that, you have to have a 6-month reset period before you come back. So that is always like potentially in the cards, and where I'm looking at to kind of take my corporate sabbatical is those in between months. Or maybe I don't do that. It's kind of all up in the air right now. And because of my decision to continue living with my parents through 2021, my savings rate goal is 80% now. That is extremely high, way higher than my goal last year. I think will be able to accomplish that given the situation that I put myself in. Okay, so I dropped it down midway through the year to 75% because with everything reopening, my spending just didn't seem to track towards hitting that goal of 80%. However, I was fortunate because I took on extra design work, and with the variant going around, aside from Black Friday shopping, I've been on lockdown, not spending anything. So because of this December, am probably going to hit 80% save. So I dropped it down to 75%, but in reality, I actually am tracking towards saving 80%. So that's pretty cool. Instead of a no spend year, I want to do a no new clothes year. I don't mean no clothes. I mean clothes that are secondhand. It's new to me, but it's not brand new. And if I do buy a new to me article of clothing, then I will have to reevaluate my closet and give up a piece of clothing that I own. So I was pretty good about doing no new clothes. There was like 1 or 2 items that I did buy not secondhand. However, I was horrible. I was absolutely horrible about as I buy, I would give away. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, be sure to follow Millennial Money Honey on Instagram. That's where the stories of the party happens. But I do this like Love It or List It series whenever I go thrift shopping, where I, show you what I got and ask if I should like keep it or if I should just list it on Poshmark. Right now I'm doing an experimental capsule wardrobe. Probably half my closet I haven't been wearing because I've been doing this capsule wardrobe. So in 2022, I'm thinking about doing like a Marie Kondo style declutter closet clean out. My sister loves the Marie Kondo method and has helped like our parents and my sisters go through the whole process. And she's very camera shy and doesn't really want to do this, but I really want her to come on with me to walk me through how to Marie Kondo my closet and get rid of things that no longer spark joy for me. So if you guys want to see that too, be sure to leave it in a comment below and we can peer pressure her. Next year for 2021, I also want to continue the trend of being able to max out my 401k and my IRA. Yeah. So I was fortunate. I was able to accomplish both of those goals. And with that being said, I don't have it on my list for my 2022 goals because I feel like goals are things that you should strive for instead of just like knowing you're going to do that. I know next year I'm going to max out my IRA, whether it's directly through my Roth IRA or through a backdoor Roth IRA, which I might have to do depending on how much money I make, because you can't contribute directly to a Roth IRA if you make over, I believe the individual limit is $139,000. I'm approaching that income level, so I won't be front loading my IRA. I will be doing it in the year 2023 for the year 2022 because you have until April 15th of the following year to contribute to your IRA. And then 401k, since my contract is ending at the end of February, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to max it out this year. I think the new limit is $20,500. Since I'm only working for 2 months, though, I don't think it's going to work out that I can max it for this job unless I get a new job, but it's not really a goal on my list. I'm just going to contribute as much as I can to my 401k and my IRA. I will definitely max out. So my next goal is to make one YouTube video per week. Since I've launched this channel, I have been extremely consistent about posting one a week, but I also launched in October, which means there were only, I think, 9 weeks left of the year. And along with that stretch goal, I want to be super transparent with you. My goal is eventually to monetize this channel, kind of like a side goal. It's not like the goal. My goal is more to put out stuff that's interesting and fun and, watchable, things that you want to see. For my YouTube goal, I definitely did not accomplish putting out 52 videos. I maybe only put out, I think, 42 videos, closer to that number, which is huge. It's major. And I was still able to monetize this channel. So that's really exciting. Thank you all so much for your support, for watching, for liking, for engaging. And you guys are the real ones because I couldn't do this at all without you. And I got my actually first AdSense paycheck for my YouTube monetization channel, which I will talk about in my next video for how my December numbers played out. So stay tuned for that. And then building upon that, I really want to establish Millennial Money Honey like as a business. So right now it kind of is all mixed up with my personal stuff. And I really think I need to get my shiz together. That for me is, looking into opening a SEP IRA, opening a business checking and a business credit card, just so I can keep all of my finances, separate from my regular life. That is a big, huge goal for 2021 is to kind of figure out the business side of my brand. The only thing I did of that was set up a SEP IRA, which my accountant told me how much I needed to contribute for the year. It just opened one up on Schwab and I did that. I did not do anything else, but that is a goal for 2022. So yeah, we'll get them this year. And then finally, my goal for 2021 is to gross 100K. Actually, last year in 2020, I was able to achieve that, and I just want to maintain that same momentum. All of my income will hopefully be from this brand and from my 9-to-5 contract job. Okay, well, I managed to do that. I mean, I feel like these goals, looking at them now, I'm like, did I really push myself this year? Obviously, I attained that goal, I guess, of 100K gross income. So that's cool. But I also feel like maybe I'm not pushing myself. My goal for 2022 is wellness. And so before we get started on my 2022 goals, I want to shout out my girl Keegan over on Instagram. Her handle is financiallywell_. And she recommended I use the Wheel of Wellness to set up my goal framework. So basically it's either 7 or 8 goal areas of your life so that you can have a more holistic set of goals to work towards. I used one that was an 8 category one. So the categories are financial, intellectual, occupational, physical, social, spiritual, emotional, and environmental. So I did a brain dump under each category. And then what I did was remove the goals that weren't SMART goals. And if you haven't heard of SMART goals, SMART stands for the acronym specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound. SMART. Finding yourself is not a SMART goal. So that had to be removed. So I've whittled it down to the actual goals, which I am now going to share with you. So first up are these goals for 2022 that are one-time goals. I would like to host a closing swap this year in 2022. I hosted one in January of 2020 and then everything shut down. Did not host one for 2021, but I want to bring it back for 2022, assuming everything's safe. If not, if it's not Save in Q1, maybe Q2. I also want to launch merch in Q2. And this has been an ongoing goal of mine for a year, and I haven't done it just because I feel like I'm holding myself back. I've designed some cute designs, I've printed some tests, and I know it's myself getting in my own head, but I need to let that go and just launch it and keep iterating on it, constantly make it better. But I think it would be really cute to have merch that inspires a conversation with other people about early retirement. Right? How cool. Another one of my goals is to form an S corporation for my business. You know, I was talking about that earlier. I am going to do it this year. Take 1 month off minimum. So that was also kind of what I was talking about earlier about my contract not renewing. I do want to take 1 month off at least before I get into a job, just because I need a break. And I feel like, 1 month honestly probably won't even be enough. But I have a lot of weddings and travel stuff coming up, so I think that would be good to take a break in like May, June for a month. We'll see. Things are kind of coming into play where it might not work out if I don't actively let it. Like if I kind of go on the trajectory I'm going on, I might end up in another job. I want to organize a Money Honey meetup in the spring or summer when the weather's nice, to actually get to meet people in the community and other people who are working towards FIRE or are on FIRE or maybe FinCon or something. I'm not really sure, but definitely want to organize a meetup. And then some other goals are find a therapist and find a chiropractor. I feel like I have a constant tension in my neck and shoulders, and it's kind of always low grade pain. This has been a low priority, but it's been around since May 2014. I literally remember the month it started, and so that's how I know it is time. It's just obviously an expense, and I've definitely not been willing to foot the money to actively do that. Because I did do it one time and I paid $2,000 and PT did absolutely nothing. She was just oh yeah, stretch your head before bed. And I was like, what? They probably see a ton of millennials who sit at their desk all day, and I know she just wasn't interested, and I didn't feel seen or heard or cared about. So that was terrible. And then I do want to find a therapist, just because everybody I feel could use a therapist, right? I don't know. In some ways, I don't know. I'm 30. I want to obviously improve my health and wellness, and that means my mental health too. Although I am fine mentally, there's a dissonance in where I thought I would be obviously at 30 and where I actually am. Do I need a therapist for that? I'm not really sure, but it couldn't hurt to at least could do a consultation with one and just ask about my situation. Don't mean to belittle anybody's mental health, wellness. If you need therapy and counseling, fully support therapy. And I just want to see if it would be the right fit for somebody in my situation. Those are my one-time goals. I have 4 12-month goals. And something I'm really working on is not so much as I said, it's not about my income. It's not about my savings rate. It's not about maxing out my Roth IRA and 401k. And I know this is obviously all about money, this whole entire account. But that's something that I really am struggling with from a financial perspective is spending money. It's a constant issue. I feel such spending guilt, even though I logically am the wealthiest I've ever been. I am making the most money I've ever made, but I feel the most guilt spending. And I used to spend way more. I spent $200 on this hairbrush when I got my first job at making $60,000 a year. And this was my splurge present to myself. And I'm not saying I want to buy $200 hairbrushes, but I do want to spend every month on something I really, really love with a budget of $300 or less. I want to force myself to spend on something that I've thought about, and I want to actively be okay, you've been thinking about this, go buy it. And if it's under $300, I just boom, spend it. Whether that is a massage or a purse, I don't know, or shoes. or something else. It doesn't even matter what. I want to spend fun money every single month. So that is actually my biggest financial goal for 2022. I want to journal at least monthly. I'm horrible at journaling. I feel like a monthly cadence is a good place to start. I want to call a bestie one time a month. Like, I need to call a bestie once a month. You can see all of these things I'm going to actively like tick off. I had like that on my list last year, but I didn't actually do it, and I didn't like kind of hold myself accountable to that. So I feel like tracking it and ticking it off will actually make me do it. I want to read 12 books. I did that last year, and I want to keep that up. And I want to make 36 YouTube videos. And I kind of broke that out into more of like a 12 monthly money videos, 12 lifestyle videos. So that will be that. And then aside from those 36 months, I want to do 52 reels / TikToks. That's once a week. And I know you're supposed to be doing like way, way, way more to actually blow up. And I really feel like I need to go harder on the reels TikTok game, because that's just how you grow a following. And I've been neglectful of that. I really have. And I feel like I've missed out on some opportunities and sponsorships and collaboration deals because I haven't boosted my following through TikTok or Reels. And I've seen some of my friends, I mean, I love them and I so admire them, but they did put more energy into that, and they got deals, like really cool, well-paid collaborations. And I'm like, I know what I need to do. And that's that. And then more frequent, regular goals: meditate 3 minutes 5 times a week, gratitude journal 5 times a week, and then 15-minute yoga 5 times a week. Because I just want to move. And I talked about this wellness aspect in my vision boarding for 2022. 16 ounces of water daily, something that's really been helping okay, this looks kind of gross, but my water intake is mixing it with liquid IV. It's a hydration multiplier. So I'm like, okay, if I only am drinking 16 ounces of water, hopefully it's more, but at minimum, then I want to make sure that all the water stays in me. So I am hydrated, because I think I'm constantly dehydrated. So I think liquid IV will help with that. And then no phone by my bed. That is every day. I am horrible at keeping my phone by my bed, and then I'll stay up for like an hour scrolling. And there was a week in Hawaii, I think, that I was able to charge my phone outside, and then my Apple Watch wakes me up in the morning. It kind of buzzes on my wrist. With the help of this Apple Watch, I can leave my phone outside of my bed and still have my alarm go off. So that's a goal. And then earn $12,000 from Millennial Money Honey. I earned in 2020 $330 from Millennial Money Honey. So I set the goal for 2021 to be $500. I don't think I talked about that in my video, but I actually made closer to $5,000 this year from Millennial Money Honey. So I clearly set my goals way too low. I 10x'd what my goal was. And so I feel like I can push that even more. $12,000 I feel like is pretty achievable. So if you're a brand, want to sponsor me, all about financial wellness, getting women financially independent. That's what we all about here. Love to work with you. And those are my goals for 2022. This is a really long video, and I hope it inspires you to push yourself even more than you thought was possible in the next year, and hold me accountable too, because I tend to, I think, hold myself back a little bit, and we all have way more untapped potential in us than we all believe. So with that being said, I wish you a happy and healthy new year, and I can't wait to see you guys next year. So be sure to like, subscribe, follow along Millennial Money Honey, and let's retire early together.